back to it, and I'm just going to go over our shoulder mobility routine. I'm trying to incorporate this a little bit more often because with all the sandbag tosses, with the heavy overhead press, my shoulders have been getting stiff. They're definitely not as mobile as I'd like them to be. So I throw this into the normal warm-up so that we're getting that blood flowing, and then we're just doing some hangs. We're starting nice and wide, and then we're moving to a narrower, and then we're moving to a single arm at a time. I like the wide because it's the most comfortable, and as that slowly starts to stretch everything out, then we get a little narrower, which I find is harder, and it's going to be about the same width as what I'd grab the sandbag. And then we hang out with the single arm to really focus on each side. Once we're done with that, we just walk forward and we're stretching out those pecs. Usually I do both sides at the same time to kind of figure out, alright, is it feeling pretty equal or is it one arm at a time? And then I can really focus on the one arm at a time. In addition to just the stretch, I'll kind of try to massage that pec out a little bit too, and that'll help further the stretch and further mobilize the muscles. Once we're done with that, we're going to move on to some dowel work. I love the dowel. We're going to be stretching the subscap, which is a muscle underneath the shoulder blade, which helps with internal rotation, but if it's super tight, it limits our external rotation. We do that, and then we're going to be lying on our back, working on trying to get our arms behind us as far as we can. I like this because we can make sure the back is in a neutral position, and we can use gravity to assist us. I'll work, again, just like the hangs. I'll start nice and wide and work my way narrower to about the same handle width of the sandbag toss. So you do that as much as you can. You can kind of see I have a decent amount of work that I still need to make. And then we do these, what do you want to call them? Back and forths. Just trying to open up the shoulders, seeing if there is any limitations, any stiffness that I might need to progress. And if so, then we do these banded distractions. I love these. They're not super comfortable in the armpit, but the whole idea is trying to pull the upper arm, the humerus, kind of like pull it back. Because sometimes I'm more anteriorly rotated. I sleep on my left side, and so it's super stiff, and I have to kind of open it up and get it into a more optimal position. And then we're just going to finish off again with the dowel on my stomach, trying to get my arms and the dowel as far off the floor as I can using all my upper back and trying to limit the amount of hyperextension. I'll have to do the math to kind of see where we're at percentage wise, but we're going heavier than last week. Last week, remember, was the deload. We're going, I wrote in the program 325 with the 175 bag, but it just made sense to just do the 45s on and go 20 pounds heavier. That was better than I expected. I just feel like I got like a bunch of gas. Felt it right here. And I was like, oh, that pressure's uncomfortable. Air's gotta come out. I know which end. Now on to 2 runs on the yoke carry. We're going about 80%. Next week we're gonna go 90. So we got 485. Not sure like my belt combination. Like if I'm gonna wear just this, because remember it's a yoke into power stairs where I feel like I need more stability on the yoke, but I don't want that much stability on the power stairs. So it might be one of those things where it's heavy enough, like anything over 550, I still don't feel super confident in. So I might wear the hard belt, and as I'm going to the power stairs, I might just dump that. Definitely starting to get fatigued on the way back, which isn't a great sign.
but I'm glad I'm throwing in the 100-foot runs sooner in my training. Last time I had a really heavy yoke, I was just working on a heavy 50 feet and then lighter, faster 100-foot runs. But definitely need to keep working on that stamina to make it back that last 20, 30 feet, no problem.